Well, good Friday morning. Here we are to the end of another week. It is good to have each one of you. I hope that you've had a good week, and Lord has blessed this area with an abundance of rain, and thankful for the rain. We've not had, thankfully, any kind of flooding or anything like that. I know that's been in other parts of the uh, country, a little west of here. Not much in North Carolina, some, but not a lot, and so more localized at where it's been, but I know other states have had it, so we've been thankful to not have that, but rain has certainly been there and still is more today. And appreciate your prayers, appreciate your faithfulness. Would ask you to be in prayer. Our Vacation Bible School day is tomorrow, and that'll begin at 10 o'clock, 9:45 with the registration. Appreciate all of our workers and those who have just made all of this happen. Let's really pray, if you would please, that God would work in the young people's hearts. If there are any who are unsaved, of course, our desire is that they're saved, and we just really have a good time. And so, if you would pray for that, pray that all the details all fall into place well, and we'll see how all that works out. Let's get into our study here this morning in Proverbs chapter 4. And really, what we're looking at, primarily with the exception of one verse, is the descriptions of the path of the wicked. And so here is how they're going to conduct themselves. This is going to be the way in which they're going to act. And this is the road on which they travel. It's a very simple, but yet profound truth, maybe, that the easiest way to avoid this is to not go down it. And I know that seems just like an absolutely brilliant statement on my part. But the point is that so many times we try to begin to go down a road and we say, well, that's okay. I know where to stop. I know where there's an exit ramp. I'll get off it and I'll turn around. And before long, we find ourselves staying on that road a lot longer than we thought we ever would. Someone has wisely said that sin will take you further than you want to go, and cost more than you want to pay. There's more to that statement than that, but there's a reality that once we get on that road, oftentimes we find ourselves going down a path that is going to lead to regret, and a path that is going to lead to unnecessary hardship and difficulty. And so the best thing to do is just to simply stay off it. That's the focus of our text here, beginning in Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 14, where we're told, enter not into the path of the wicked. Okay. Don't even go in this path. Okay. And it's on the path of the wicked, by the way. That's what's being emphasized. Do not even enter that path. He says, do not go in the way of evil men. Don't follow the tracks of. Picture maybe a young child who is stepping in his father's footprints, and uh, and maybe you've seen it in snow or even mud, whatever the case is, wherever you're located, where that young child is just doing everything he can to follow in the stride of someone else. Okay, look, don't do that when it comes to these wicked individuals. This path, verse 15, avoid it. Okay, don't even be concerned about it. Completely leave it alone. Leave it unattended. Don't show any interest in it. Avoid it. Pass not by it. Don't even get close to it. Turn aside from it and pass away. All of the language suggests this is something that you need to avoid. Avoid all of these things. Leave all of this unattended. Don't go near it. Stay away from it. Don't get on it. Certainly don't go down it. Just stay away from it. And that's the warning that we are being given. Now, I wonder, how seriously do we really take that warning? Too many times we dabble in things and we push limits and we push lines, we redefine lines, we take what culture is saying, we back it up a little bit so that it appears to be a little bit better. But are we really following the standard that is set for us in the Word of God? These wicked individuals are explained, verse 16, for they sleep not unless or except they have done mischief. Their sleep is taken away from them unless they have acted wickedly. That's what gives them a good night's rest. Boy, I mean, you just get this picture of how this is not good. And you're right. Their sleep is taken away unless they cause sun to fall, unless they have the ability to cause someone to stumble, they actually are sleep deprived. And the reason that they're sleep deprived is because they have not been able to engage in their wicked behavior and lead someone else astray. Don't go down this way. The explanation continues, verse 17. For they eat the bread of wickedness and they drink the wine of violence. This is what they feast themselves on: wickedness, violence. This is who they are. Well, obviously, as believers, we would have no business being on this kind of a road. There's nothing good that's going to come of this path. Yet, far too many times, this is the very path that we find ourselves on. Well, let's go on into verse 18, because here's the one verse in this text that contrasts the way of the righteous with these ungodly individuals. The path of the just, the way of the wicked, is as darkness. However, this path of the just, rather, is as the shining light. My eyeball skipped to the wrong verse. The path of the just is as a shining light. Okay, so here is a righteous person, and his path is in contrast to the wicked, and it is described as one that is a bright light, okay, that shineth more and more unto the perfect day. That perfect day does not have any thoughts of the coming day of Christ or anything like that. What it has to do with is noon in the course of a day. So, in other words, the sun continues to get brighter and brighter and brighter until the middle of the day. All right. So, here's the point. In contrast to the path of the wicked, the path of the righteous continues to grow brighter and brighter and brighter. Unfortunately, what I find is that we oftentimes have a rather dim light that is slightly better than our society. Let's strive to be better than that. It continues into verse 19. The way of the wicked is as darkness. They know not at what they stumble. They don't have any idea on what it is that they are even falling and stumbling on. So obviously, when we look at this, we ought to examine ourselves and say, okay, well, what is the path that I am on? What's that road that I am traveling on? And here's the reality behind this, then, that I need to recognize, as we've said before, that the decisions I make today will determine the road I travel. So let's make wise decisions. Let's sow good seeds. Let's reap those crops that are going to bring honor and glory to the Lord, and let's stay on that right path. And one bad decision can change a lot. And so let's be careful. Let's be on guard. Let's protect ourselves, and let's stay away from this kind of a lifestyle. Young people, I urge you and beg you, stay away from it. Too many adults will tell you the same thing, and most of those are lessons learned the hard way. And young people are like, "Oh wow, this is great! So everything's gonna be great. So let's not have that. And so let's avoid it, and we'll strive to be right." Joyce, I appreciate your message on here, and that is not good. I don't know that I knew you lived in Brighton. I probably always assumed you lived in Fort Morgan. So we'll be praying for that situation, and hopefully the doctor's able to figure out what the cause of that is. But we will certainly be in prayer. Thank you. Keep your eyeballs open, and don't stare into that big yellow ball up in the sky. Hey, look, if you're here in North Carolina, you wouldn't have to worry about it. It's pretty gray, gray and dreary out. So anyway, appreciate you guys. Lord willing, I will see you on Sunday. Pray for our vacation Bible school, and just really praying for a good turnout, good group, good time, and someone to be saved, really, life to be changed. So God bless you guys. Appreciate you. Have a great weekend.